Hello there, everyone. I am Ali Hassan, and today I'm going to show you my proposal to add more action and interactive games to Lumosity's roster. So, what is Lumosity? Lumosity is a website released in 2007 by Lumo Labs, which is meant to stimulate and challenge the brain through games, which uses an algorithm to suit the experience based on what one wants to strengthen about their game. And they offer a premium version for games uh, to add more games to their roster so you can have a better experience for a little bit of money per month. So, what's the issue here? Well, the games are boring and lack replayability. See the games below. Some fail to retain the user's attention, some of which are slow, some of which are repetitive, since you're going to be playing this every day. And there's little to no way to feel rewarded from playing all this. You feel like you're playing the same game over and over again with no sense of progression, no achievement, no reward for what you're doing. Then overall, it just feels bland. So, what's my solution? My solution is that we want to add more action and interactivity to these games, which will increase the appeal of playing this every day. It'll hold the user's attention so you don't feel bored throughout the game. It'll help users learn better, as studies have shown that action interactive games perform better than boring puzzle games when it comes to teaching people. And you'll feel like you'll have a sense of progression and reward as you continue through your Lumosity journey. The market size is also quite large. Online games and software for mobile devices take up practically 30–40% of the market. And everyone has a phone these days. 75% of adults play video games, either on their phone on the go or playing them with their children on their PC or mobile devices. Uh, it's wonderful how many people play games. It's been here for a long time. So the market is astoundingly large now. So we're going to have a team work on these games, and we're going to be keeping the overall feel of the original games, but make them overall better. So Jonathan Kafer, which is a senior game designer at Lumosity, who uses neurological data and emotion-based design to make the original games, we're going to add Jamie Lee, who worked for Tencent. Tencent people who made League of Legends, uh, very popular MOBA game, very addicting MOBA game, been on for a long time, about 13 years nowadays, I think. We're going to combine these two to make a game that still has neurological data and motion-based design, but also has more replayability, overall more fun to it, more depth than just a puzzle game and matching games. And the schedule is going to be a bit different. We're going to have Jonathan do most of the work that's not exactly production, planning, pre-production, beta, post-production. These are all standard steps of the game design and game development process. But we're going to have Jonathan basically do the building blocks. We're going to have Lumosity games and neurological data as building blocks, while Jeremy's going to do production and alpha testing to make those games feel better for the user experience, feel more addicting, and have the core rules of game design, which is appealing to more players. This is going to cost upwards of 2.5 million. We're going to have a lot of game programmers work on this and going to be paid around 75K per year. Since this is a 30-week program, as you saw from the last slide, we effectively cut this in half, but we're going to give them a high-end PC so we can have them all work in the same system with the same amount of latency. It's going to include maintenance and database costs, which overall estimate to about 200K, but we've added a thousand, 100K more because we don't know what issues are going to arise and we're going to have to budget for it. So in conclusion, the Lumosity games are a bit boring. Action games are better. We can pull the original audience and also a gamer audience for adults over that 75% of the adults that, don't exactly like Lumosity for their non-action based games. Convenience on phones, it's going to be a bit expensive, but the amount of revenue we get from a lot of games is going to be worth it. The amount of people we're going to bring in is going to be worth it. And here's the references. Hopefully you enjoyed my presentation.